Hello, Mataji, and watching Morning Pulse on Honorable TV. On LOP, Rahul Gandhi's statement in Lok Sabha, Union Minister Piyush Goyal says, as the Commerce Minister, I want to assure that all decisions were taken keeping in mind the welfare of our farmers and their interests are secured.
राहुल गांधी जी नासमझ हैं, ये तो हमने पहले से ही देखा है उनके राजनीतिक सोच में और कार्य में। लेकिन इतने बेसमझ हैं कि कैसे भारत ने अपने हितों की रक्षा की, कैसे भारत ने अपने किसानों को सुरक्षित रखा, किस प्रकार से आज देश का हर नागरिक, हर किसान माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी पर विश्वास करता है कि वे कभी भी भारत के किसानों का नुकसान नहीं होने देंगे। ये बात राहुल गांधी जी को समझने के लिए शायद कठिनाई होती है। मैं स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं कि भारत के प्रधानमंत्री माननीय श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी या वाणिज्य मंत्री के नाते मैं किसानों की सुरक्षा को पूर्णतः ध्यान में रखकर ही यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका के साथ बातचीत हुई, फैसले हुए और ये भारत के सभी किसानों को मैं पूरी तरीके से आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि उनके हित सुरक्षित है, उनका जो उत्पाद है वो सुरक्षित है और कभी भी प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी की सरकार किसानों के हितों के साथ कभी समझौता नहीं करेगी। भारत का किसान भी सुरक्षित है और भारत भी विकसित भारत के पाथ पर तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Responding to Lok Sabha Leader of Opposition Rahul Gandhi's remarks in the House, Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri addressed reference to the so-called Epstein files. Puri said that the Epstein case pertains to serious allegations of criminal wrongdoing, including charges related to sexual exploitation and pedophilia. He stated that the matter involves victims who have filed cases against individuals in positions of authority. The Union Minister further clarified that his own interaction had no connection whatsoever with the allegations linked to the Epstein case.
को याद करवाना चाहता हूं क्योंकि आज उन्होंने ड्यूरिंग द सेशन मेरा नाम लिया इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ सम डेवलपमेंट्स एल्सवेयर द एप्स्टाइन फाइल्स। तो मैं आई जस्ट वांट टू शेयर सम इंफॉर्मेशन विद यू। पिछला जो संविधान दिवस हुआ वो था शायद 26 नवंबर को 2025 में। मैं भी था वहां पे। इट वाज इन द सेंट्रल हॉल ऑफ पार्लियामेंट जो हमारी पुरानी बिल्डिंग का है। सो लगता है कि वो जब प्रोग्राम कार्यक्रम खत्म हुआ ही केम अप टू मी और जो इनकी स्टाइल है जब मूड में होते हैं तो ही विंक्ड एट मी लाइक दिस। सो आई वाज आल्सो अम्यूज्ड, ये क्या कह रहे हैं। सो ही सेज नेम इज इन इंटरेस्टिंग प्लेसेस, नेम इज इन इंटरेस्टिंग प्लेसेस। तो मैंने उनसे पूछा, मैंने कहा यू वांट टू नो व्हाट द फैक्ट्स आर, डू यू वांट टू अ नोट ऑन इट। सो आई एक्चुअली सेंट हिम अ नोट। ये 26 नवंबर की बात है। आज मैं इसको क्यों दोहरा रहा हूं बात को, क्योंकि इनकी एक प्रवक्ता है, उसका नाम है सुप्रिया श्रीनेटे। क्या श्रीनेटे, ओके। साउंड्स अ महाराष्ट्रियन नेम, आई शुड नो यार। इट्स अ महाराष्ट्रियन नेम ना? नहीं, ओके, wherever she's from. She may have contested from UP, but coming to the point, she says after all these baseless allegations that he made, that, you know, India-US trade deal, this, that, because there is some grip, there is some blockage, etc. And Anil Ambani and Hardeep Puri took my name. So the question she raises in this email, who introduced Hardeep Puri, I presume, to Epstein? So I just want to tell you, that these facts are all known, they're in the public domain. 3 million emails have been released. All right? In these 3 million emails, I am in New York for 8 years. Okay? We are talking about the period 2009, May, when I joined as India's ambassador to the UN in New York, and when I became a minister in 2017. 8 years hi ho gaya na? Okay. 9 to, yeah. Then there are references to possibly 3 or 4 meetings in 8 years. And if anybody has seen my website or had done the homework, but I decided to tell the Yuva Netra, Shri Rahul Gandhi ji, because he winked at me and asked me, name an interesting places. So I said, I'll send you a note. And in that note, I told him that after I retired as India's ambassador to the UN, a few months later, I was invited to join the International Peace Institute. The International Peace Institute is an institute which was set up many, many years earlier for the purposes of international peacekeeping by the UN. But I was not part of the IPI per se. I was Secretary General of something called the Independent Commission on Multilateralism. This was a commission set up in the IPI as a project to see if the United Nations was fit for purpose on the occasion of its 75th anniversary. Okay? Now, the president of this, the chair of this was a former Prime Minister of Australia. I was the Secretary General. My boss in the IPI, Mr. Terry Rod Larson, was the person who knew this particular infamous person, Mr. Epstein. And it is as part of a delegation of the IPI or the ICM that I met Mr. Epstein on a few occasions, 3 or maximum 4. And the ICM was dealing with international issues, thematic issues, and Mr. Epstein was not part of it. The kind of people who were on the ICM were the former Prime Minister of Australia, Mr. Kevin Rudd, was a chairman. Borge Brende from Norway, who I believe is the head of a World Economic Forum now. Hannah Tete from Ghana. Jose Manuel Ramos Horta from Timor-Leste. He is the president now of Timor-Leste. Miss Patricia Espinoza Cantanello from Mexico was the co-chair. And ICM worked on key international issues to see how the UN could be made fit for purpose. Acha, is Doran, very interestingly, in 8 years, there are 2 references or 1 email which I exchange, which is because they have introduced me, that is, my contacts have introduced me to a man called Reid Hoffman. Reid Hoffman was the founder of LinkedIn. I don't know how many of you are on LinkedIn. I suspect many of you are on LinkedIn. So I meet Mr. Reid Hoffman of LinkedIn, and after the meeting with Reid Hoffman, I send a message. Now, the Epstein files, the Yuva Neta should know, are about wrongdoing, criminal offenses. The Epstein files are about charges that he had an island where he used to take people to indulge their sexual fantasies, charges of pedophilia, and there are victims of this. Those victims have brought cases against the people in authority. My interaction has got nothing to do with that. My interaction, and this is the only substantive email, there are 1 or 2 others also I'll give you. This is dated 13th November 2014.
Voting for the national elections is scheduled to take place tomorrow, February 12. Dr. M.D. Tawahadil Haq, Associate Professor at the University of Dhaka, Sri Lanka, says that voters are eagerly waiting the opportunity to cast their ballots. He expressed hope that if the measures put in place function effectively and with proper coordination between the government and the Election Commission, the country will be able to conduct free and fair elections.
For your question, and in a new context, the 13 national elections is going to be held. So, based on this context, whether based on these situations, the participatory aspects from the political parties, what the voters have made new arena, what the new thinking aspects. But the voters, whether population in Bangladesh are eagerly waiting to cast their vote or to participate in the different types of electoral manifesto or the campaigns, etc. And another issue is that from the humanitarian context or the right-based society or the country, we should not divide the people, majority or the minority. But for our better understanding, right now the minority populations or the minority community in our country, they expect the different types of rights or their different types of privilege properly based on the constitution or the legal aspects. But different types of situations or the criminal events or the non-humanitarian aspects have been made already in our country, and by these types of aspects, some minority people or the minority voter or the citizen in some place in our country, they are in fear, no doubt. But the law and order agencies or the different types of organizations or the institutions who work to save the minority people or to save all populations, all voters, the institutional interventions or the steps that are taken by the governments or the election commission to save all voters or the all communities. I think different types of situations can might be chance to be done or committed in some places in our country, but we expect the candidates or the followers, the institutional steps or the measures that have been taken, if worked properly, then these types of challenges or the threats will be under remedy or under control. And by this way or by this mechanism, the governments or the election commission as well as the preparations can be conducted properly or can be implemented or they applied properly. We will get a proper election, we will get a expected elections, so the optimum elections. Also, the people from all corners, that means political parties or the voters or the candidates or and their followers, they will do each as per their behavior, as per their conduct of behavior, as well as the democratic values.
Speaking on the development of the corporate bond market, SEBI Chairman Tuhin Kanta Pandey said several measures have been introduced to strengthen transparency and price discovery in the sector. He noted that an electronic bidding platform, EEBP, has been put in place to ensure better price discovery, particularly for participants operating in the over-the-counter bond market. Transactions above a specified threshold are required to be routed through this electronic platform. Pandey also highlighted the introduction of a request for quote RFQ platform to facilitate two-way price quotes in the secondary market. Additionally, he said that SEBI has enabled online bond trading platforms through online bond platform provider, allowing retail investors to directly purchase corporate bonds. The SEBI chairman emphasized that these measures are aimed at deepening and modernizing India's corporate bond market.
So corporate bond market, these are like there are various enablers required for development of capital bond market. We have taken a number of steps like, for example, request for platform, EBP platform for price discovery, anybody coming in the OTC market, which the bond market is, to discover the price. We are, everyone has to come beyond a threshold to an electronic bidding platform. Then we have an RFQ platform to do market quotes two ways in the secondary market. Then we have an online bond trading platforms, what OBPPs, platform providers, where retail can actually buy corporate bonds. But what we need is now increasing the number of issuers. That's one part. Another is the issuances should also be of certain depth. That means today, mostly they are AAA rated or AA rated bonds. Whether the more deeper bonds with even lower ratings can also be marketed, which also means that bringing investors and issuers and facilitating secondary trading. So market making framework will work in the context of secondary trading. The Finance Minister, Honorable Finance Minister, announced it in the budget, and we will work for putting forward a market-making framework. In the meanwhile, one of the important budget announcement was around bond derivatives, that bond index derivatives and total return swaps. And RBI and SEBI have been talking about it. RBI has recently, just after the budget, has also proposed a framework for total return swaps and bond index derivatives. So this will also go forward. All of the
Amid speculations over the DMK Congress alliance, BJP spokesperson Narayan Tirupati has claimed that tensions are emerging between the two parties. He alleged that the Congress believes the DMK may not return to power and it's therefore exploring alternative alliance options. Tirupati further claimed that both parties are attempting to distance themselves from each other while shifting blame within the broader India bloc. The BJP leader also predicted that a major split could take place within the opposition alliance.
Have lost confidence of the people. The opposition has lost confidence of the people. That is why they are still in opposition. So there is no point in making a no confidence motion, because the entire world is watching, and the entire world has watched what the women MPs of the opposition has done, particularly the Tamil Nadu MPs has done, going near the Prime Minister's seat and trying to behave in such a manner. This is unbecoming of a parliamentarian. So, actually speaking, no confidence should be brought to them only and not against the speaker. This is highly condemnable, and they don't want the parliament to function. That is the main issue. The reason is that India is growing. We have come out with a fantastic budget, so they have nothing to criticize or argue anything on the budget, and that is the reason they are doing this.
Meanwhile, in a private function, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has stated on power sharing that power sharing is not.
This exposes the rift between Congress and DMK, whereas the DMK feels that Congress is a waste luggage, and Congress feels that DMK is not going to come back to power, and they don't want to go with DMK, and they want to test their alliance with someone else. That is what they are planning. And both of them wants to get rid of each other in such a way that they want to put the blame on others. That is what the India alliance is doing. It's heading towards. There is going to be a big split.
Meanwhile, Selvapathanga has stated that Tamil Nadu Congress President has said that this is their opinion, and we'll be abiding with whatever the High Command, National High Command is saying.
See, the more than Mr. Selvapathanga, Mr. Manik Tagore, who is supposed to be very close to Rahul Gandhi, has told that in 2006 it is their mistake to leave ADMK to rule. So, without Mr. Rahul Gandhi's nod, he would not have spoken all these things. So, it is very clear that there is going to be a big rift within the Congress and DMK alliance.
That's all we have for now. Keep watching Onville TV.